Alright guys, what's going on, and welcome back to another YouTube video. As you guys could already tell by the intro for today, we are headed to Orlando Auto Work, located here in Orlando, Florida, near the Winter Park area, to finally get the F80 M3 dynoed, to really see how much horsepower this car has completely stock. As most of you guys know, my F80 M3 is a competition and it's completely stock. I've done no power modifications. There's no tune on the car. And I've owned the car a little bit over a year now. And all I've really done is just aesthetic mods, making the car look better, exterior and interior wise. And I've been trying to do this video for about 3 months now. I've hit up multiple different shops, and either they didn't have the time, the availability, or they completely ghosted me. So finally I found a shop. Again, that's Orlando Auto Works, again here in Orlando, Florida, and they finally were able to get me in today, and so we're headed there right now. And the cool part is that also Kyler at F30 Skirt, he's going to be joining us as well with his Stage 2 Plus BMW 340. He's going to be there with us as well, and we're really going to get to see how a completely stock F80 M3 competition compares to a completely almost modified 340. Again, like I said, he has Stage 2 Plus, and he has the bigger high pressure fuel pump, and he also has, I believe, the XHP trans flash. So it's going to be interesting to see how my car does against his horsepower and torque wise. So yeah, so like I said, we're headed there right now. We'll probably meet up with Kyler. He should be headed there as well.
What are we thinking here?
Well, we made it. Kyler's here with us as well. It's actually a pretty nice shop, I'm not gonna lie. It's pretty spacious. Normally, like when you go to shops like this that have dynos, usually just like a kind of like a one bay. You drive in, you drive out. This has a lot of room, a lot of space. They got a couple of cars in here. He's already moved a couple of them out. Got a couple Corvettes, a couple Hondas, a couple Acura Integras. They all look like they're pushing some pretty serious power. And he's just cleaning up the shop right now, getting everything ready for us. And it's pretty hot outside, I'm not gonna lie. It's about probably 95, 96 degrees. Humidity is crazy. We're out here sweating, but we're doing it for you guys. So stay tuned. Once he's done, we're gonna start rolling the cars in and putting them on the dyno and getting some numbers. So.
Gone dead.
I got you, buddy. Bobby! That was pretty fucking good, man.
What a disappointment.
Say again?
Sport mode, right?
Yeah, so it should be in Sport Plus. So just hit that button over there. right, so Kyler just finished up his first 2 runs. He's all up on the dyno. He's good to go. We made sure his car was in dyno mode. And his first run, the car was in efficient mode. It wasn't in Sport Plus, so the numbers were a little underwhelming. When you put in a Sport Plus, the numbers are a little bit better. I can't remember off the top of my head, but they're over there on the screen. So he ran into a little bit of heat soak, obviously, by the time he did his second run. So they're letting the car cool off now for a little while, and then we're going to put it back into Sport Plus, back into dyno mode, and then he's going to do his 3rd run, and we're going to see where he's at.
Hopefully that's the money run.
Hopefully that's the money run. We ran into a couple of issues getting everything set up, but you know, hopefully the 3rd run, everything's good to go. Car's cooled off enough, and he can get a nice, good number from today. But like he's saying in his video, if you guys go over and watch his video on his channel, you never know with these dynos. You know, you never know if they're calibrated correctly. You never know if everything's in sync. And like Kyler was saying, in his video, it's July, it's 100 plus degrees outside, which means it's obviously 100 plus more here in the shop. So, your IDTs, things like that come into play. Car's gonna be extremely hot. So I'm trying to get the best numbers we can. So Kyler's gonna be finishing up here soon. Then I'm gonna hop on there, put my car into dyno mode, show you guys how that works. And then hopefully I can get some decent numbers as well. So
We'll see. It's a good comparison. At least we have 2 cars here.
exactly, yeah, good comparison. So we'll see what she does, and we'll catch up with you guys in a minute. Alright guys, so Kyler just finished up with his final pull, B58. Did some pretty decent numbers. They were pretty accurate, pretty consistent as well. So they're taking his car off the dyno right now. Then I'm going to pull my car in, put my car on the dyno, and then we're going to see what the M3 runs. So stay tuned. All right, so we got the M3 up on the dyno. She was a little low, so we had to play a couple of tricks here and there to get her up here. But she's up here. They're strapping her down right now. And hopefully we can get some good numbers. Like I said, Kyler got some pretty good numbers for what he's done to his car. Again, my F80 M3 is completely bone stock. It's a competition. And per BMW, it makes 444 to the crank horsepower and 406 foot-pounds of torque to the crank for the foot-pounds of torque. So hopefully we can get somewhere around those numbers, and hopefully we don't spin my crank up in the process. So yeah, we'll see what she does. All right guys, so real quick before we start doing our runs, for anybody that doesn't know this, BMWs come with this thing. It's called dyno mode. So I'm going to walk you through the process of how to get your M3 or 340 or 335i in dyno mode. So what you want to do is you want to have your key somewhere in the vehicle. You want to click the start-stop button one time. That puts the car in pad mode. Once the car is in pad mode, you're going to wait for all the lights to go away. Once all the lights go away, you're going to press and hold your odometer button. While you're pressing and holding it, your condition-based services are going to pop up. That's your oil change, your brake fluid flush, stuff like that. Keep holding the button until the next menu pops up. When the next menu pops up, you're going to go down to the third number on the menu, and it's called Start Roller. So from there, what you're going to do is you're going to want to turn traction control off. So now you're going to press and hold your traction control button until your DCS is off completely. Once that's off, then you're going to press and hold your odometer button again. And then it's going to say Start Roller Mode DCS off, question mark. and then you're gonna press it again, and now you're good to go. The car is in dyno mode, and then you can start the car and then put the car in Sport Plus and you'll be good to go. Fingers crossed, baby. Fingers crossed.
426.
426. 426.
This man read 300 and about lost it.
Yo, I read 357. I got lost. 426, baby. I'll take it all day. Watch them update it and it's be like 209.
There you go.
Okay, baby. Okay. We're good. We're good. All right, guys, so that was our first run right there. 426 to the wheel for horsepower and 427 to the wheel for torque. If that doesn't tell you right there that BMW underrates the torque at least, and it's pretty spot on with horsepower, I don't know what will. But we're gonna do 2 more runs. We're gonna see what we can average it out to, maybe squeeze a little bit more out of it if we can. But again, guys, I am completely stock, no modifications, competition M3, and that's what we got.
Spot on.
427.99.
A little bit more torque.
A little bit more torque, a little bit more power by like point whatever.
Yeah.
Not too bad.
Button down. Exactly what BMW says.
Too poppy. Thank God for BMW, baby. Thank God. All right. All right, guys, so that last run we just did there where we got 409, we did that one in 6th gear just to see if we could get a little more horsepower out. And I know that might sound weird, but if you look here, what happened was in 6th gear, the miles per hour was pretty much catching up to the dyno. That's what he told me. And as you can see, it went into limp mode and the power completely cut while we were in 6th gear. So he was telling me, he was like, pretty much my best 1-to-1 ratio is either gonna be 4th gear or it's gonna be 5th gear. And we got pretty good numbers being in 5th gear. The highest being on that last run before we did the 6th gear was 428.90 for power, 451.25 for the engine torque. So that's really, really good considering BMW says that this car comes with 406 foot-pounds of torque, and we got 455 max output and 428 max output for horsepower. So I'm really happy. That's really all I can say. I mean, these are some really great numbers to go off of, you know, for future for me when it comes to, you know, modding the car, putting a tune on the car, and then coming back and seeing what it does. So overall, it was a great experience, a lot of fun. The MP sounds great, despite what Wang might say. But yeah.
What did I say?
And more than stage 2 plus B58. So
It's like I always told Kyler, if you want a fast car, buy a fast car. Just kidding, just kidding. Just kidding, guys. Most definitely.
Also, maybe next time I'll sneak in some E30, E50.
Full boost, baby, full boost.
All right, good day, boys.
All right, brother. All right, guys, so we just left Orlando Auto Works, and I do believe they're actually called something else. I have the
CP something.
I think it's CTP. I have the card right here. So it's CTP Performance Tuning. I guess that's like the guys that run the dyno there. But yeah, like I said, we just left. You guys already saw the numbers that the M3 produced were, to me, very satisfying. Again, I think we got 428 wheel horsepower and 451 wheel torque. So that's very impressive considering, again, this car from the factory, BMW says it comes with 444 you know, to the crank for horsepower and 406 to the crank for torque. And so, you know, this car actually absolutely blew that, you know, torque factor, you know, from the factory out the water. I was like surprised. But all in all, I'm very happy with the, you know, the numbers that I got, that the M3 put down. And yeah, I mean, that's it. I mean, Wang, what do you got to say, buddy? Were you surprised?
No, I wasn't surprised by your numbers. I was surprised by how low Kyler's numbers were.
Yes,
and I like I said, I think there's something not properly set on his tune.
Yeah.
Personally, because I know with boot mod you can, if you're on multi-map, I'm not sure what he's on. I think he said stage 2 plus,
yeah,
but
I think he did.
On multi-map it does let you adjust which map you're on. So if you're on the wrong map during the dyno, I mean, you're going to run lower numbers. I think he ran the highest.
So, you know, you got to take that into fact. And then also, again, guys, you have to take into fact as well, it's very hot today. It's 98 degrees outside. That's what my car is telling me. So that means that we was probably about, you know, 105, 108 actually inside the shop. I don't think there was a point in time, the entire time that we were there, that I wasn't dripping in sweat. So you got to take those things into factor as well, you know, as well as humidity. But all in all, it was my first dyno day in the M3. It was Kyler's first dyno day in his 340, and I believe his first dyno day overall. And like I said, I was very satisfied with what the M3 did. I can't wait to start modding it, tuning it, and seeing what numbers we can actually get once I start throwing some stuff at it. So today was a very good starting point for both me and Kyler. And if you guys haven't checked out the video of us comparing the M3 to the 340, that video should be out already, guys. Make sure you go ahead and go over to his channel. That's F30 Skirt on YouTube, and give that a watch. And also do me a favor of watching his dyno day video as well. You know, show support, show love. That's what we're all about here. We're all friends. We just try to help each other out as much as possible. But I thank you guys for, you know, supporting us, for watching, you know, our content. And, you know, I think we just hit about 600 subscribers on YouTube, which is awesome for me and Jamal. Jamal couldn't make it today because he was working. That's why Wang's with us. So huge shout out to Wang. That's going to be at Jonathan Wang on YouTube and at Tawzins on Instagram. Make sure you guys follow both of them. Subscribe to both of them for me. I greatly appreciate it if you did.
I have to interrupt because it's really hard to find my channel. So if you type in Jonathan Wang and then Tawzins also, like in the same search, then you'll find me.
Well, there you go. That's how you'll find
it.
him.
I might change it soon.
Yeah, he's going to change it soon, guys. We got to make it easier for you guys to find his content. He has an M4. For anybody who's new here to the channel, he has an M4 finished in Tanzanite blue individual. Saying he does a lot of good DIYs and a lot of good videos as well. So make sure you guys subscribe to him, follow him as well, show him some love as well. But that's going to wrap up this video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the content. I hope maybe you learned something new today. Maybe you'll take your car or your M3 to the dyno and you'll put it on the dyno and you'll, you know, get some numbers better than mine or maybe close to mine. Let me know in the comment section down below what you guys got, and appreciate you guys for watching.